Enugu Rangers of Nigeria. That's certainly quite a wonderful occasion, and this is the arrival of Enugu Rangers, one of only two teams never to have been relegated from the Nigerian Premier League, as they come out. And I'll be giving you some information as we go along, as they trudge forward. Unfortunately, we didn't get access to the dressing room for Enugu Rangers, but at least you can see them coming out of their bus just before they enter the dressing rooms to prepare for this particular match. And this is Accra Hearts of Oak, formed on the 11th of November 1911. And last Friday was the club's 100th year anniversary. And look at Kofi Abanga. Will he play today? Lord Quarter also in there as the players come out. Accra Hearts of Oak. 100 years, quite a bit achieved in that time. They've won a league title 20 times in Ghana. They've won the African Champions League 11 years ago. They've also won the Confederations Cup in 2004. And this season they are currently second, a point behind Kumasi Asante, their arch rivals. Sami Ajay, the only survivor of the Champions League squad. And that's Kofi, that's Akwasi Bobi Ansan. Look at the jerseys waiting to be worn, all hung up there. And the players all waiting. Abukari Damba and Zamaba. And the players enjoying themselves. And soon, a match will start. The traditional rulers, like Wese Manche, known in private life as Mr. Tom Yokai, was the team manager, became the chief executive of Hearts of Oak. And the handshakes have begun. I think we might be finishing this match in extra time. No, sorry, under floodlights.
Yes, possibly, yes, yes.
And that's the captain for Enugu Rangers, Godwin Ayalogu, who has had a few caps for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. One of the longest serving members of Enugu Rangers, introducing the team. And the traditional rulers leading the delegation, the board chairman, the former executive chairman, Dr. Nyao Tamaklu, and Commodore E.M. Commodore Mensa. Well, there you are. And it's a bit of a homecoming for Saban Kwe, who is now the team manager at Liberty Professional, but used to be team manager at Hearts of Oak. Is back, only for today. And the officials still exchanging handshakes. Frank Nelson Nwokolo, himself Nigerian. Fawaz Zouk, a man with the longest beard in Ghana football.
It's well kept as well, I've got to say.
Certainly has been.
It's as long as some of my dreadlocks.
He's done what?
I said it's as long as some of my dreadlocks.
Well, let's say you've got long dreadlocks, but he's got the longest beard in Ghana football. Perhaps the longest beard in Ghana, full stop. And Osebo's introducing the dignitaries to the Hearts of Oak players. I don't know at this stage whether we're going to hear the national anthems of both countries, but if not, at least the anthem we heard off air some time back of Hearts of Oak sounded very British.
Oh, yeah, absolutely British.
And you can see the dignitaries, Frank Nelson Nwokolo. He is Nigerian himself, but he loves it out here in Ghana. Fawaz Zouk, the man I was talking about, one of the most outspoken members of the board of directors, I have to say. There he is. And that's Isaac Tete. TT Brothers, they call him. And for this match. And Kurt Okreku, who is descended from one of the founders of Heart of Oak, the Okreku family, just out of your camera shot. And now for the opening prayer by Reverend Thomas Yorson. Well, that was the prayer by Reverend Thomas Yorson. And look at that. It's a wonderful atmosphere, make no mistake about that. Certainly is for this particular match. And now that the formalities are over, pretty shortly we shall see the match. And I think it's now time to call for the lineups of both teams. I think we need to see that right now. And the traditional ruler still on the pitch. And the Gamanche who is going to take the kickoff. Perhaps after that we will see those full lineups for both sides. Very strong teams, I have to say. There they come. And pretty shortly we shall see the kickoff for this match. And the kickoff has been taken. And now I think it's time for us to take a look at the lineup for both sides. If we don't see it, I'll try and fill you in as much as we can. I can tell you Samia J is in goal. We've got Bobby Ansa, Owusu Sefa, Kofi Ejari was able to form in the back four. Mura Abubakar, who has been Heart of Oak's most improved player, I have to say, in the heart of midfield. Joseph Tego, Nana Kwekwajiman's good friend, called Bobby Short, is starting today. And that's the assistant coach. Well, I think we're about to see the lineup now. Uriah, Asante, Mahatma Otu, and Ahmed Suleiman, the Burkinabe international, who can't play until January, is starting on the left side of midfield. So that is the starting lineup for Heart of Oak. Time for us to look at Enugu Rangers. And their captain and goalkeeper, Godwin Ayalogu, is there. Haliru Umar, John Aguda, Chimobi Chukwu, and Yezemba Nzube. Those are the top players for Rangers. John Ide, the assistant coach, acting as the head coach today. And William Magbovi is the man in the middle. Will be assisted by George Seja and David Ajin. all FIFA officials to see to this match. And pretty shortly the match will begin. Rangers in an all-red strip. That is their home color actually. The away colors are white. And that is John Ede, the coach, just waiting for this game to actually start. And the stadium announcer is going to the starting lineup. What sort of a game should we expect here this afternoon?
Well, I'm hoping in as a prerequisite to Kumasi Asante Kodoko that we see a very good game of football. Hearts of Oak need to be very compact, they need to be very tactically disciplined. It's not just a celebration, they need to score goals off the cuff. And they need to make set pieces work, and they need to make set pieces play themselves out.
Well, set pieces are a problem, not just for Hearts of Oak, but for several teams in the Globe Premier League. And on the bench for Hearts of Oak, Atakrajima, Raymond Dake, Ernest Takon, of course, Nonso is also there as well. And one criticism yet again, Sami Ajay is wearing the Black Stars jersey. Can somebody tell Hearts of Oak to kindly get him a Hearts of Oak goalkeeper's jersey?
Well,
and British match. Well, I can say this. Does the stadium need to be filled for us to have an excellent atmosphere?
no, it doesn't, but it would be nice.
Because once again, Augustine, our info is disagreeing with what I said, that the atmosphere is excellent. I think it is. So, Augustine, if you're listening, you don't need a full stadium for the atmosphere to be excellent. End off. Now, can we carry on with the game, please? Anyway, Hearts of Oak have just started. Asebonsu now receives the ball. Ahmed Sulaima loses out on the ball, and Enugu Rangers. Chukwuchimaba looking for support. Cross comes in. Ozusefa. Uriah Asante trying to put some good football through, and Malmautu is offside. Those two will be key to Hearts of Oak this afternoon, make no mistake about that.
Certainly will be, and I'm wondering once again if Uriah Asante will be the striker on top with Mahotu supporting him. We see the ball once again, clearly in an offside position, just has to time his run a little bit better.
Ball just been headed, and good play there by Enugu Rangers. There's a chance for them. Well crossed, but no one there to take that. They're still fighting. That's not bad football, but eventually cleared out, and Enugu Rangers and Chukwuchimaba. Haliru Umar. And the ball just kick to Kofi Ejari. Wow, lackadaisical defending, and look at the skill. Kofi Ejari gets but the shot. And Obina Amako is causing a lot of trouble for Hearts of Oak.
Well, I think it's Hearts of Oak haven't really woken up to what's actually happening at the moment, and quite lackadaisical approach. It's not something you would expect, but I guess they better be careful.
Sami Ajay. And again, the passes, and look at Obina Amako. What is he going to do with this? Is he going to race past Sami Ajay? Well, he goes past the keeper. And the referee judges that Amako must have fouled his opponent. So just about 3 minutes, and Enugu Rangers showing what they're made of. Forget the ceremonial match. It is a good test for Hearts of Oak ahead of the game against Kodoko next week.
Oh, it certainly is. You have a look at the replay. There's Sami Ajay out there. None of his defenders are there. He's obviously in Never Never Land. Takes a swipe, misses on that. Wow. It's remarkable.
And Ayalugu has caught that ball after they attacked the captain. And Enugu Rangers now on the ball. Mora Abubakar. And the Enugu Rangers, they're playing like a team, really.
They
and
don't look bad, Chris. They don't look bad at all. Quite surprised.
Well, given that no one really took the trouble to actually find out too much about them, it's not much of a surprise. As I was mentioning, they've never been relegated from the top flight before. They've always been, they've won the Nigerian Premier League 7 times, the FA Cup 6 times. And I understand a few years ago when they were in debt, the governor of the state of Anambra ended up paying the winning bonuses for every player that had been owed them for 3 years previous. Paid everything to the players.
Wow.
Well, some years back.
Well, that's Nigeria for you, isn't it? It's a bit different here.
Come on, don't tell me every team has paid its players. Some teams owe some players, don't they?
Certainly. Well, certainly and unfortunately.
Meanwhile, Enugu Rangers still attacking. And that was Tego losing out on the ball. And now Owusu Sefa of a similar build. It's now a free kick to Enugu Rangers.
Well, there's a murmuring in the crowd, Chris. It's not a comfortable murmuring, I've got to tell you. I can feel the vibes from it. It's as if the crowd are saying, well, what's going on?
Well, it's only 5 minutes. Let's wait and see what the remaining 85 will hold for us. Haliru Umar. And Kofi Ejari gets that ball away. Agozi Bobiansa looking for Mahatma Otu. Well, held up the ball. Illegally so, says Agbobi, so it's going to be a free kick to Hearts of Oak. Mura Abubakar. Kofi Ejari looking for Ahmed Sulaima. Let's go straight to Ayalugu. Big imposing figure. He's had a few caps for the Super Eagles. We'll be hoping to be part of Stephen Kesh's team as they try and qualify for the 2013 African Nations Cup. Mura Abubakar. Oh dear.
Well, that was a shot then.
I'm a bit shocked because he's one of Hartsburg's most improved players this season. And normally you wouldn't expect such a pass from him.
No, certainly you wouldn't. They've clearly not settled down, have they? I think the expectations of playing well and winning this match and doing the same come next week Sunday is something that is a bit heavy on their shoulders at the moment.
Well, this is supposed to be the icing on the anniversary cake, and you've got to get it. Ejari, Mura Abubakar, Asante. Well, that was too much for Bobiansa to control. Hamejiwa. That was foot up, very obvious from Kofi Ejari. Obina Amako is being watched like a hawk by the Hartsburg defense.
There we see from the replay once again, he somehow gets the better initially. Oh, that was what to say the least.
That is a terrible challenge.
Well, there we go again. And I think he might be cut.
That's Chikeluba Ofodu, who's been literally, in inverted commas, assaulted there.
He's had his brains kicked out. Now, here we see the free kick once again. He controls it well on the chest, but it just goes a little bit higher than he expects. Have a look there. So he's going for a second bite, but have a look at this. When really the head should be going for it, he puts the boot in.
That is ugly.
Now that's terrible, and
that is ugly.
That's got to be a yellow card, if anything.
I don't know whether because it's a friendly game, Agbobi will let it go, but he has to bring out a card.
Well, I think we're playing association football, so whether it's a friendly or a non-friendly, the player has to be cautioned.
Well, thanks for that education. Now you've heard it all, the viewers and listeners. That's a yellow card offence without mincing words. And Osebunsu didn't do himself justice there at all, but the referee's letting it go. And our free kick to Enugu Rangers.
Let's see if they've got a bit more of an idea about set pieces.
Well, it's a routine they've worked on in training, but the wall did his job, so it's a corner kick, the first of the match to Enugu Rangers. The pair of Chikeluba Ofodu and Obina Amako forcing problems for Hartsburg so far. And it's Ofodu who's taking the corner kick. And
well, they've got 5 in the box here.
A signal of intent, if you ask me. But a comfortable catch for Sami Ajayi.
Yeah, he's done well there, no pressure. Or at least it didn't seem that way, the way he caught the ball.
Well, Claire, and that's a good ball to Ofodu. Does very well to beat this man, and that's a lovely ball. And some confusion. Still beats this man, and Amako. Eventually, Hartsburg get the ball away. And could this turn into a counter-attack? Bobiansa. Otu. That's a lovely ball. Well, he's offside. He's offside. Didn't time his run to perfection. And it was rightly caught out. But Hartsburg's defense looking at 6s and 7s. And normally the pair of Ejari and Osebunsu are normally very, very solid. But
yeah, they're so confident together. But he turns Osebunsu first of all inside out. Ejari recovers. It clips Bonsu. Then almost all hell breaks loose.
But a vital touch by Kofi Ejari in the end. And Hearts of Oak have got to be extremely careful. Good tackle there by Kofi Ejari in the end. And a free kick to Hearts of Oak. And the ball headed out. And Ayalogu, such an imposing figure. He's not been tested in this match so far, the Enugu Rangers goalkeeper and captain.
I think his tests will come, just a matter of time. Hearts of Oak have got to settle down, find the rhythm, start playing the football that we all expect them to start playing. And then perhaps the test will come.
Speaking of a test, that's a good ball by Uriah Asante. If Otu can get there. Ball well cleared out there by John Aguda. It's going to be a throw. Charles Taylor played for club last season, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, he did.
Before he left and is now playing straight with Brecum Chelsea.
Well, that looked like handball. I thought he almost caught it there, the Enugu Rangers defender.
I'm a bit surprised. I would love to look at that again, though. Meanwhile, the Enugu Rangers attack breaks down. Good play. Otu. Oh, great interceptory ball there by Haliruma. And Osei Bonsu struggling to get that ball away. Ahmed Tulaima. And this is Uriah Asante. What can he do? Well, probably caught in two minds there, so didn't really know what he had to do and lost the ball eventually.
Yeah, certainly, Chris, a case of indecision.
Meanwhile, Enugu Rangers. That is some pace. Excellent tackle. Stephen Ada there. Trying it on. It's going to be a throw to Enugu Rangers as we approach the quarter-hour mark. Still no goals to talk about yet. Well, that cross going out for a goal kick. Ball cleared out. And Ouzisefa. Ouzisefa. And Otu tried the flick.